Good morning. You need to start now. You need to start right now. You need to start today. I heard this quote, pretty sure it was The Rock who was quoting Andrew Tate, who said, "The guy who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how he feels, will always beat the guy who goes to the gym whenever he feels like going to the gym." And you either start today, it's either day one or one day. It's either one day or day one. Start today. Whenever you want to do something, think about how much time you have, how many things you have to do, how much time is it going to take you to do it. And realistically, think about how fast you could get it done. If you started now, instead of starting tomorrow, start now. If you can start today, if you've got some spare time, if you've got a few hours before going to sleep in the evening and you've got nothing to do, instead of scrolling on TikTok or whatever the fuck it is you do, you can get something done during that time. This is something I struggled with for a long time, and I still struggle with from time to time till this day, is having a productive evening. So what I've been doing is I've been going to sleep earlier so that on the other hand, I can wake up earlier and I can get more done in the morning instead. Now, I'm a bit of in a transitional stage in my life where I'm adapting to a new schedule, but regardless, I'm adapting to getting more done quicker. I'm actually just stopped thinking about it too much and reduced the amount of time it takes me to just get on the horse, just fucking get stuff done. Because the more you can get done, the faster you will achieve your goals. So realistically, if you were to just start now, in a logical sense, in a rational sense, it makes perfect sense. Start now. And if you want to design your dream life and you're not really sure of where to start, I've mentioned this multiple times already. Start with a piece of paper. Sit in a room with no distractions. Make sure nobody can talk to you. No phone notifications, no music, no nothing. Just pen and paper and your thoughts, and just write down what it is you want. What it is you want, and what it is you want your life to look like. Take some time and just do that. Actually, I might just do that myself today, just to remind myself of the goals I've set, of everything that I'm working hard on, everything that I need to do, everything that I need to get done. Because I'm in a position where I need to invest more time and effort and energy, and I can't just keep doing the same old. Like, obviously, for the past few months, I'm having a few issues with my business. I haven't been able to land any new clients, so I'm in a position where I have to look back at what I'm doing, analyze it, and think, how can I do it better? And I have to do that as fast as possible, or else I'm not going to be able to pay the bills. So if you're in that kind of a position, you need to think about this strategically. Okay, if you don't have enough money, do you need to go get a job? Is there someone you can rely on? Is there help you can go get? Is there different types of work you can look for? What kind of skills do you have? Who can you contact to ask if they need some help for X, Y, and Z? All that sort of stuff. And then you have to think about it for a sec and be like, okay, how can I do this more efficiently and faster? Because I don't want to be in the position where I have no money, I can't pay the rent, I can't pay the bills, and I have to go get a loan or go get some credit or go get something to at least relieve myself of financial burdens and ask the state for help. Because yeah, the state will help, but it's really a bad position to be in when somebody is giving you money to do nothing. Like, you're unemployed, you don't have any money. It's not a good position to be in. So, realistically, I want you to take some time, and if you want to design your dream life, what you need to do is you need to sit down in a room with a piece of paper with your thoughts and think about who it is you are right now. What are your skills? What have you done before? What have you been working on in the past? What have you accomplished? What have you already done, already have experience in? List everything out. List out your character traits. List out the areas that you've been working on, that you've worked in. List out as many things as you can so that once you have everything on that piece of paper, you can then design your dream character. Like, let's say you have it's like writing the end of the story, keeping the story in mind while writing it. And if you do that, you'll always get to a point where it's like, okay, if I have the end in mind, how can I, with everything that I have right now, everything that I just told you a couple of seconds ago, everything that you've written down on paper, what can you do with all of that? And then brainstorm. You can brainstorm for a couple hours and be like, okay, if I were to combine, let's say, I don't know, my own confidence in my own personal ability to speak to people with a sales job, I might be able to make like 6 figures a year. It could be those kinds of ideas, and like, just basically brainstorm as much as you can to find ways to do what it is you are doing better, faster, more efficiently, differently, and just start moving forward. Like, it is extremely simple. It might be hard on your mind because you're a bit too addicted to comfort and a bit too addicted to cheap dopamine and entertainment. But if you force yourself to sit down and actually think through, okay, what do I need to do right now? What can I do? And then see from there. What can you do today to get you one step closer towards that dream life of yours? And to outline that dream life, just think about how it's going to feel. Think about, like, what are you going to have? And you can be as selfish as you want. Like, I would recommend literally everybody to be as selfish as they want when it comes to actually designing your dream life. Because if you have a goal that is extremely compelling and you're working on it every single day, and you know how it's going to feel, you've imagined it, you've dreamt it, you've felt it, you get to a certain point where it's like your inner motivation, your inner drive, your inner discipline is slightly higher than average, just by a simple fact that you've got this purpose and this goal. Like, we're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time. So obviously you need to make this time worthwhile. Like, if you're not willing to put in the time and the effort and the energy to get something worth working for, some might say, what is the point? And it is going to change. It is going to change. I remember when I first started designing my dream life, I remember I wrote down on a piece of paper, I was gonna have this many girlfriends. I was gonna have this amount of income from my work. I was gonna have this amount of clients. I was gonna work doing this specific thing, helping other businesses, And I listed out everything of what my dream character looked and felt like. And then I thought to myself, this is nice. And then a couple of weeks later, I was like, wait a minute, this is out of date. I need to update this. And then I kept updating it. I kept improving it. I kept changing it. I kept making it better, making it different, updating it, improving it. And over the course of 4 years now, it has changed so drastically that I'm pretty sure maybe like the first day it was like something like have a couple girlfriends. It must have been something like have a couple girlfriends, make 100K a month, have a six-pack, something like that. It's something super vague. And then as soon as I like went through it over and over and over again, this is like the same thing for everything. The more you go through something, the better you're gonna get at it. So obviously, if you design your dream life multiple times, like for years on end, you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna get very good at designing your dream life, which is pretty useful because it'll allow you to summon energy out of literally nowhere. Summon some energy out of the universe and push yourself towards working on it. So it is not that hard. You just need to start. And you might be not very good at the start, like I was not very good at designing my dream life when I started my journey. That's completely fine. Over the course of a few months or a few years, you'll get better at it. It's the same for every single skill. And so over the course of that time, like it changed, it improved, it got different. So like today, I'm probably more leaning towards having like, it's either I get a wife and a family that's loyal, that is extremely well built and connected, and let's just say, and I've got my business, I'm making financially independent income so that my wife doesn't have to work a job and she can just stay home and take care of the kids. Another thing that I want to get done is I want to have my own car. I want to have enough money so that I can travel at least a few times a year. I would like to visit Scandinavia. I want to go to Norway. I want to go to Finland and Sweden. I want to visit Greece. I want to visit a couple different places in Europe, but mostly those two. I want to visit the US. I want to spend more time with my brother that I made along the way on this journey. I want to make sure that I'm living a life worth inspiring other people with. And I want to be the kind of man that leads others and that summons respect out of a room. Like, I walk into somewhere and people automatically respect me for who I am, what I stand for, what I've done, all that sort of stuff. And that gives me confidence and like complete and utter confidence in my own abilities to do anything that I set my mind to. That's kind of the difference between like, oh yeah, having 6 girlfriends, 7 girlfriends, whatever, how many girlfriends, just making X amount of income, and then 6-pack, I guess. That's like not that much when I actually think about it. And yeah, I mean, it's either that or it's like something like, I built my kingdom, I built my my income, and I get to a certain point where I'm super wealthy, super rich. And in that case, if I still haven't found a good partner, a good wife, I would probably just get a bunch of girlfriends in that case, because it's either you've got someone that sticks with you along the way and that helps you build the kingdom in a way, and so you can make her the queen. And I would like to be able to reward someone with my loyalty, and they invest their loyalty into mine. But otherwise, I would be, if I can't find that and if I can't get that, then I would just build my kingdom, have the finances, have all of that, and then just get like a couple girlfriends, start families that I can provide for, and not necessarily marry anyone or stick with anyone specifically in person. Because the kind of person that wants, like, that is willing to come on board once I have that lifestyle is not going to be the same as the person who's willing to stay in shit times and help me and support me build something. I understand that right now I'm not financially in a great position, so I can't say for certain if somebody would invest in me. Like right now I have a girlfriend, but I don't know exactly where she stands on this. I think having that conversation with her would be very important in this case. But that's another subject for my own personal development. So yeah, if you want to develop your life, if you want to design your dream life, you need to take some time and think for yourself what it is you actually want. I've said this multiple times throughout these videos. Nobody's going to come help you. Nobody's going to come do it for you. You need to be the one to do it. If you want something, you need to work hard for it. You need to design a plan. You need to understand what it's going to take out of you in order to design this dream life, in order to achieve the goals that you've set. And you need to be willing to make sacrifices, and you need to be willing to put yourself through the ringer, as they would say. The more hardship you go through, the more endurance you'll have as to getting things done. You know, right now, since I'm in a position where I'm not really getting any clients from my freelancing business, I was just thinking I might get a job temporarily in order to just have a bit of cash flow. Even if it's not that much, even if it's just a part-time job, I think it's still worth getting, because I've got a bunch of people that rely on me, that depend on me, and I don't want to be the guy who just focuses on his business and lets everything go to fucking shit just because of my ego or whatever. So what I'm going to be doing over the next couple days, months, is figuring out my income, and that step is going to help me design my dream life. In this case, what we're talking about. You see, like, I'm willing to sacrifice my time, energy, and effort to getting a job so that I basically trade my time for money and my physical body and energy for money, because right now I need that money to help the people around me. Like, that's more valuable to me. I'm willing to do that sacrifice. That's fine. I'm gonna be looking for a job, and even if I remember, I've never really worked that many jobs. I've been pretty blessed my entire life with having good opportunities and help from a lot of people and support from my family. So I've been in a position where I was able to take much different decisions that have helped me become the person I am today. Now I'm fully and utterly and completely focused on the financial aspect, so that I'm able to provide for other people, so that I am able to show other people that I am worth more value than others. I want my value to be rewarded by other people with monetary value, so that I can provide for others. Because in this world, you need money in order to do anything, pretty much. So if I didn't really need money, I would just increase my value in a different way. I'd say probably just start trading stuff. Don't really need to think about that though, because that's not the reality we live in. So yeah, take some time. Think about your dream life. What is that gonna look like? What is that gonna feel like? Who are you going to be? What are people going to remember you for? What are people going to remember you as? What are the character values? What are the character traits? What are the abilities? What are what is the competency of the person you want to become? And then write everything down and remember yourself. Remember that every single day as much as you can, and be like, okay, I'm doing this because I want this dream life. I'm doing this so that I can provide for my loved ones. I'm doing this so that I can live financially independently in the future and have a business and not work for someone else. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, if you're not making any income right now, maybe you're living at your parents' house. If you are, I do suggest go get a job. If you're an able-bodied man in his early 20s, even maybe before that, like 18, 19, I suggest you go get a job so that you get some experience, so that you understand how the modern workforce and world works actually. And it's going to humble you a bit. It's going to humble your ego. It's going to make you, it's like, maybe you don't want to work a job. Like I was in this position before. I really, really didn't want to work a job. And so I did my best to push as hard on that as possible, which in this case forced other people to help me and support me and provide for me because I wasn't making any money. So I was basically living in my at my parents' house, and they were paying for the rent, and they were like, yeah, you need to go get a job, you need to go get a job. So I got a job for a month, and then I got my contract got terminated because it was only like a month contract or something like that, and then they didn't want to rehire me. So I went somewhere else, and then I started flatting at other people's house to save expenses. I started crashing on people's couches. I sacrificed a lot of things, like quality of life wise, in order to achieve what it is I wanted to achieve, which is set up my business, develop my skills, get better at them, and just start pushing forward, basically, like putting in the hours. Because like at the time I was really not that skilled at the time. So now I'm in a position where I'm much more skilled. I know exactly what I'm doing. Now I just need people to trust me, to pay me, so that I can help them achieve what it is they want. I know how to do it. I just need people to trust me now. So if you're a bit interested in like what I do in terms of like skills and everything, I do business development. So you could call it marketing, you could call it sales, you could call it business development, you could call it business strategy, consulting, all that sort of stuff. It's all the same, basically. What I do is I come into a business, I learn what's going on, and I help that business put together strategies that is going to help them make the most amount of money as fast as possible in terms of marketing strategies. So that could be designing a more compelling website to the customers they have. That could be running a paid advertisement for them, any sort of Google ad, Meta ad. I know how to design those. I know how to put those together and run them efficiently over the course of time. I know how to put together content on social media, record it, edit it, direct it. All that sort of stuff I know how to do as well. I know how to put together, like I said, websites. I know how to put together blogs. I know my way around SEO. I know my way around AI. I know my way around Canva, Photoshop, video editing. I have a lot of different skills in my skill set, which allow me to become an operator in a business so that I can charge at something, get it fixed, get it improved so that the business makes more money. I would do this for my own business, but unfortunately I do not have a product that I can push capital into. So at the moment, I'm basically relying on other people's business. If they're providing a service or a product, I'm coming into that business and I'm telling them, hey, I can help you do this. I can help you increase your sales. So if you want, you can like actually achieve your dream life. If you want to buy a new car, I can help you make more money so that you can afford it to, like, let's say drive your kids to the beach. I don't know, something like that. And all of that is part of designing my own dream life. So like, if I can help a bunch of people and these people can tell others that I'm extremely valuable because I've helped them do much better in business and help them make a bunch of money so that they could then live the lives they want to live, that puts me in a position where other people are going to be like by default attracted to me, by proxy attracted to the fact that I can provide an extreme amount of value in an ever-changing market. So yeah. What I mean is, by designing your dream life, is you need to think about what it is you're doing now, but you also need to think about what it is you want to be doing in the future. You need to be making like a broad scope of plans. You need to be making contingencies. You need to have plans. You need to plan things. Planning things is more important than having a plan. because it allows your brain to think through things more efficiently. So yes, I do think more people should take some time to actually think about what it is they actually want to get done, who they are going to be, what is that going to amount to, what is that going to take out of you, and make judgment calls on how to, like, it might be an assumption. You might say like, oh, if I do this, this might happen, or if I believe if I do this, this is going to happen because of this. Like, if you start going through the process of eliminating different things that aren't necessarily a good call or a good judgment or all that sort of stuff, you'll be able to pinpoint the ideas that are going to move you forward much more than others. So like, the more you brainstorm, the more you put yourself in the position where you need to think about things and you need to improve things and you need to get better at things, the more you're going to be in the position of getting better at finding better ideas. Like, everything is a skill you can develop, basically, is what I'm talking about. So the more you do things, the easier it's going to become, the faster you're going to get, the better you're going to be, the more you're going to be able to spin, like, to pinpoint small things, small details, like attention to detail, the more time you put into it. So yes, I want you to take some time today, right now, like, unless you're going to bed after you watch this video, I still want you to take some time and think about it for a second. What do you want your dream life to look like? Think about it, make it as vivid and as tangible as possible. Make it specific, make it tangible, make it like a specific goal, a yes or no goal that you can achieve, that you will achieve, and then think about it constantly, like like bring it to like surface mind all the time. Like, just think about it, like put it in like on a piece of paper and like duct tape it to a wall in your room or something like that. I don't fucking know. So that way you always remember, this is what I'm working on. You can talk to someone as well. You can tell someone, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is my goal, da da da. And you can say that every day. You can say it to yourself in the mirror. You can say it to yourself while recording videos, like I'm doing right now. Like, if you want to record a video of yourself just saying like, hey, this is my goal, this is day so and so of doing X, Y, and Z, working on my goal, that's what I'm talking about. So the more you do this, the better and the more confident you're going to become. This is the same thing with literally everything. If you want to get better at business, you need to convince yourself that what you're doing works. Because if you can convince yourself, you can convince anybody else. If you can sell yourself on the idea that you're going to be successful, you are going to be successful. If you can sell another, like if you can sell yourself, you can sell another person. It's super easy. So yes, take some time, think about who you want to be, what your life to be like. And yeah, if you have to do complicated things, hard things, take hard decisions, go do that. I really appreciate every single one of you guys watching until the end of the video. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Happy to have a discussion with all of you guys in the comments. If you want some advice, if you want to have, like, if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them, happy to give you some feedback. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. So write down some goals, write down your dream life, go at it, and I'll see you around. Next video posted tomorrow. I'll post every single day, regardless of it's going to be in this location or another location. I will be posting every single day these kinds of videos. I'll post a few shorts as well. Happy to have a good time, not a long time. And I wish you to have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.